The LEED framework, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, is the primary rating system for green buildings in the United States, and it ensures that buildings use only what they need to decrease carbon emissions and costs. Western's commitment to sustainability has made the campus a leader in LEED.
Western Washington University is one of many college campuses across the country joining the green building movement. Nationwide, over 100 colleges have built or are building LEED certified buildings. LEED is the most well-known and most frequently used green building rating system. The program encourages green building strategies by awarding construction projects various levels of LEED certification.
I'm a project manager. I've been an architect, a licensed architect in the state, and have been a project manager with Western for a little over 18 years. My first LEED project was Miller Hall, the renovation of Miller Hall.
I was here on site when AIC West was constructed. It was really a pretty exciting project, and LEED being part of that made it even more exciting.
With any LEED project, there is a checklist that LEED has that you get points for, and based on the number of items on that checklist that you're successful with, you get a point for each item. And some of the items are prerequisites, things that you have to do if you want a LEED building, and then there are others that you try to achieve. And obviously the more you achieve, the higher the LEED rating goes. Platinum is the highest level, then gold, then silver, and then bronze, and then LEED.
To achieve LEED Silver, a building must earn a certain number of points in categories that consider sustainable building sites, water and energy efficiency, use of recycled materials and renewable resources, indoor air quality, and innovation in design.
Achieving a high level of LEED certification is not just important for the planet and the people working in that building, but it's also a cost-saving measure. So we're looking long-term at what our utility outlay is going to be for a building. We should be investing more money now to save us more money in the long run.
Western's campus has 3 LEED buildings: Miller Hall, the Rec Center, and the AIC.
There were LEED characteristics in the building, in the design that we already had, but it wasn't required yet. It wasn't a legal requirement in the state of Washington. And we decided, partway into the design and approaching construction, to pursue the LEED certification. And the impetus for that came from you. It came from the student body. They wanted to see that AIC followed LEED practices and received LEED certification.
We have buildings on campus that were built literally in the 1800s, all the way to buildings that have been built or renovated in the 2000s. So we have a whole variety of buildings in various stages of efficiency or lack of efficiency, and that Western does. Whenever the opportunity comes up, they do their best to advance LEED standards and make the buildings better. I like the fact that it still looks like Miller Hall. We were able to do all these wonderful things to the building and sort of bring it into the 21st century and not really change the underlying character of the building. It's tens of thousands of dollars a month that we don't spend on the new Miller Hall that we spent on the old Miller Hall for utilities alone.
I think at a university, the biggest benefit is demonstrating to our future builders and designers and even doctors and teachers what a building that's built with the future in mind looks like. And I think that's the biggest benefit of pushing that LEED envelope, pushing that green building envelope on a university campus.
It's a real-life, 3D, real-world example of the power that you have as students to help. I'm going to go back to that mission statement of the U.S. Green Building Council, to transform, the building and community design and construction process. And when you're feeling good about the environment you're in, it helps you to feel better about yourself. It's going to improve productivity for the people that work here. It's going to improve our students' learning process. And having a healthier, better quality environment is going to improve the health and quality of our lives.
Humans vs. Zombies is essentially a glorified game of tag.
Like a Nerf war all over campus, and I thought it was awesome.